Hey, it's Mike. I'm back. I'm ready to go. What do we got here? We got Jolyn. Hey, how you doing? Great to see you here. We got Fake Human. Hey, she's gonna be here soon. I'm so excited. I'm gonna see my daughter in just a week. It's gonna be about like a week. Um, yeah, I know. I got to. Hey, it's a one man operation here, so you gotta give me a break. Okay. Hey, who else is here? Is that all we got here? Oh, we got N. Fake Human. We got N. How you doing? Oops. Good to see you here. And Snoggle. Hey, and who's this? Valentine. Valentine Maurice. 4342. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you here. And hey, Aviator Lochan. I saw you on I saw you on Agora Hari's I saw you up there in the Hollywood Squares. You were up there in the Hollywood Squares and you guys were talking about me. You were talking about me. I think you were defending me. I wasn't listening or anything. I just happened to see and hey, okay, yeah, hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I knew you were familiar. You were familiar, and all right, hey, I got a lot of stuff. I want to show you, stuff I want to talk about, and I'm glad that Aviator is here because we're gonna do a little as the Loka turns, and hopefully some of the who some of this guy.
I'm just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
I hope we get some of his people in here so they can learn about cults, learn that they're in a cult. Hey, Dusk Within, good to see you. AJ, good to see you. All right, so let's get right to this. Let's get right to this opening.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, all right. So thanks for sticking that out. It is Contentment John. Good to see you. And Ian Gordon. Good to see you here. Big smiley face. Just a dreamer dreaming. I'm just a dreamer. Okay, so let's see. Where are we going to start off? Let's start off. I like to start off with the cult stuff. So let's do that. Let's start off with some knitting cult lady, talking about groups and cults, and I hope the sound is working. I have her turned all the way. I have everything turned up, but sometimes her volume just doesn't come through. Here we go.
So how can you tell the difference between a nice community of people and a cult with good charismatic leadership, or let's say bad but effective charismatic leadership? And the fun, absolutely not fun answer is you can't. I wrote a whole book on tactics to help you spot the tactics, because there's just no easy answer to complicated questions. Anywhere in the space of personal transformation, be that religion, education, losing a loved one, diet, exercise, self-help, any number of things, predators are going to show up. One of the ways in the very beginning, I think, is if everybody is cheerful and bouncy and pretty and well-groomed, run. Have you and all 5 of your friends ever just showed up on the same day, all having a good day, all put together, all looking good, and all in the mood to talk to strangers? No. When you see that, that's a lot of appearance and behavior control. And yes, fraternities and sororities, I'm looking right at you, right? So 2 things I would love to tell like all college freshmen is, if everybody's pretty and happy and bouncy, run. And when somebody tells you you're so mature for your age.
So if you happen to find yourself in somebody's Zoom, spiritual Zoom meeting, everybody in there is laughing and giggling, crying and talking about how they got ecstatic symptoms, and every single one of them is praising somebody as good as God and as good. She's saying right now, that ain't happening. Okay, great. Okay, good. That's good to hear. Because it shows that it's. Although I did have to adjust to make sure that she's good. Hey, Duke. So that's performative. It's performative. Hey, look who's here. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Can't wait till you get here. Good to see you here. So, yeah, it's performative. So if you find yourself in somebody's Zoom and they're all praising this guy as somebody as a guru, as a god, or he's giving them something, and they all got ecstatic symptoms, or they're all laughing and joking and crying and all of that stuff, man, you got to ask yourself, that's not normal. It's just not. Okay, let me get back. Let's get back to her. Okay.
They are targeting you. They are not complimenting you, right? We gain precocious maturity by growing up out of order, which usually comes from some sort of trauma, and predators know what to look for. But the reality is, cults are great at this. Cults are great at presenting themselves as just a nice community of people. That's why when I hear people say, which I put in the book about attitude control, oh my gosh, Mormons are the nicest people. Sure, children of God, the pedophile cult, were extremely nice people to the public. Millions of people around the world knew us, engaged with us, bought our literature and our videos of children like me being trafficked as performers. And apparently nobody could tell. So there's no quick way that you're just going to know. That's why it's such a big deal to diagnose something as a cult. And that's why I have decided, coming up from one of the acknowledged, admitted worst cults in history, that I don't actually care, right? Call it what you want to, call it what you want to. How is it harming you? If cults are about labor. If they are trying to get your labor, ask what it's for. Ask what you're getting in return. If you are living somewhere for free and you are giving 40 hours of labor in return, you are being exploited, right? Economists always suggest that we only spend 20 to 25% of our paychecks on our housing. Of course, that is becoming difficult right now with the cost of living in the United States. Not really making a comment about that. It's becoming difficult. However, I just want people to think through this. If you're working more than 5 to 10 hours a week in exchange for room and board, you are being exploited. And if you know someone that is happening to, they are being exploited. And it's hard to tell if you are being exploited when you are getting free stuff if you don't understand that kind of calculation. The best way that I have found to protect yourself from cults and coercive leaders who want to control you is to heavily guard your time and your labor. And also, don't give all of yourself to any person, place, time, thing, or idea other than you. That's how you protect yourself from being exploited. I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. As I said, cult tactics book here. So many groups that we talk about. I show you every single part of my cult list, but I take you through it in real cults, in our United States military, and in regular groups around you that you have all heard of. The point is not for this to be a call-out book, although I do call out some dangerous groups, Mormons, Salvation Army, and Alcoholics Anonymous, looking right at you. But this is about a tactics book, right? I am a former intelligence officer in the United States military, and at some point in the War on Terror, we realized it didn't actually matter what strand, what group, what motivation. We could study the tactics, techniques, and procedures, and we could use that to help our folks stay safer. This is the tactics book. If all you take from this is cults are always trying to control your underwear, and then the next time you're at work and that creepy dude who's your boss is really obsessed with all of the women wearing pantyhose, and you are like, don't like it, and then you listen to yourself, that is what I am trying to achieve here. That is what I am trying to help people do. The reality and the reasons that some people don't like my work is there's no easy answers. There's no group that anyone's going to give you in which you are just safe. You are always at risk of predators.
You're always at risk with predators, and that's the point. And the other point that she makes that's important is that you shouldn't give yourself 100% to any person other than yourself. Any person, place, thing, organization, group. They shouldn't get 100% of your anything, because you're being exploited, even if it's 100% of your time or your. I mean, if you're going on the internet and you're claiming that somebody is as good as God, and they're speaking God to you, and they're giving you God, and they're like God, and you're singing songs to them and praising them as this great giver of whatever, something's wrong. I'm just saying, there's something wrong. We all recognize that as being as that's not normal activity. It's just not normal activity. Yeah, hey, it's so good to see you. I can't wait to see you. This is 1 week. Hey, that's funny. A friend of mine in L.A., comedian. He did some. He acted in some. He acted in a bunch of. Well, we shouldn't say a bunch. He acted in some of their videos, and yeah, I'm familiar with that. They make these videos, and he was in a few of them. I saw a handful of these videos that he was in. I don't know anything about that. Explain. Yeah, I hope she's okay. I hope her dad and she's okay. She might not know that I'm on. I don't know, but I hope she's okay. I hope her mom's okay, her dad's okay. Is that a devotee company, or are you just making a comparison? I don't know. I don't know. It was always so corny, their videos. Yeah, they are corny. They are corny. But it was a job for this guy, and he was working, and he was making these videos, and it's, any when you're trying to become an actor, you're trying to be successful, trying to get your foot in the business, show business. It was a paying job. But yeah, they were kind of corny, kind of, I don't know, it was weird. You worked on their Discord server. So, yeah, okay. So I wanted to let's go on with Knitting Cult Lady. She's got. So that's the thing about these groups is you don't know if everything seems harmless at first. None of these groups say, dangerous cult, enter at your own risk. So there's no way of knowing, and she said how the cult that she was in, known around the world. It was like that's not a. Everybody knows that you performing at the White House and doing all these things, all these members and things all over the world, just like the Hare Krishnas with all their Rath Yatras and festivals all over the place. People think it's okay. People have a misconception that it's okay. And it kindness always wins. Yeah, those videos. It's nothing short of slavery and free labor. Plus, it screws up your head too, with all their nonsense. It really does. I'm not joking about that. The fact that somebody would get on the internet and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me see. So I want to talk about this first. I want to show this too here.
Often see food restrictions and diet culture as part of the purity requirements of cults. What is purity requirements? So I'm so glad you asked, because I've written about this in my forthcoming book, The Culting of America, which comes out on January 20th. This is the price of purity. In addition to micromanaging who you can marry and when you're allowed to see your family, cults and controlling groups love to impose purity requirements, a shiny term for rules designed to crush individuality into a fine powder. These standards don't just handle your moral behavior. They take over your diet, your wardrobe, your friendships, your bedroom, and eventually even your thoughts. Obedience to these standards serves as both proof of loyalty and a way to distinguish members from outsiders. Want to make a free choice? Sorry, that got sacrificed at the altar of higher consciousness, somewhere around your third mandatory fast. Purity isn't just a virtue, it's a performance. And if you slip up even a little, you've conveniently outed yourself as a disloyal, deviant, or demonically possessed. This makes it incredibly easy for leaders to spot and punish anyone stepping out of line.
I mean, this is she's you would think she was a Hare Krishna, and she spent 10 years in the ashram. The way she's talking about what's going on, it sounds exactly like Hare Krishna life. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what she's talking about.
While the rest of the group looks on in terror, wondering if they'll be next. These rules are often sold. Don't mind him, he's a Republican.
Baby, give me 7 weeks, and I promise you that your voice will shock you. The Vocal Star Academy
You shocked me.
These rules are often sold as essential for spiritual enlightenment or reaching some higher state of being. Leaders convince their followers that the rules are divinely ordained, which justifies extreme measures and tightens their control even more. Of course, all of this is always sold as absolutely essential for your salvation. Want to be pure? Stop eating sugar, cut off your parents, renounce all sexual desire, wear matching prairie dresses, and think only approved thoughts about the leader. Easy. Leaders frame these restrictions as divinely ordained, God's will, cosmic law, universal truth, whatever branding works best. And because the stakes are framed as nothing less than eternal damnation or losing your high vibration, there's no limit to how extreme the measures can get. Dr. Yanya Lalich tells us that the demand for purity is essentially a black and white worldview, with the leader as the ultimate moral arbiter. This creates an atmosphere of guilt and shame, where punishment and humiliation are expected. It also sets up an environment wherein members report on one another. Through submission to the guilt-inducing and impossible demand for purity, members lose their moral bearing. Cults push the idea that their path to purity is the only path, which not only isolates members, but also creates a sense of moral superiority and an us versus them mindset. Cults excel at weaponizing members against each other. Sociologist Susie Scott's concept of performative regulation highlights how members internalize these values when they submit themselves to the authority of an institution, internalize its values, and enact them through mutual surveillance in an inmate culture. She explains how power operates horizontally as well as vertically, as members monitor each other's conduct, sanction deviance, and evaluate their own progress in relative terms.
Yes, and that's that's all cults are the same. So it applies to Hare Krishna, but I mean, oh my goodness, the the performative regulation, the self-regulation, the chanting of the 16 rounds. I got to get my rounds in. I got to get my rounds in. I got to make them up. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to so much, down to the underwear. I mean, we were talking about the underwear the other night. How they control what underwear you have, or whether you're wearing underwear at all. It's crazy, and if they can control that, think of how much else they're controlling everything about your head, and you don't even know that they're doing it, because you're doing it to yourself. Yeah, the whole moon thing. It's a beautiful moon out. It's already full moon. It's beautiful out there. And okay, so that was the purity, and that she's talking about all these things that the cult wants you to believe. They train you to believe the cult tactics. I want to show this. I want to show this one too. Here we go. Watch. Let's see.
How Purity Culture Harms Children, Part 2. I did a video about this yesterday, and with over 30,000 views across all of our social media platforms, only one person disagreed with me. And at first I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Everyone sees the issue here. But you know what? If one person disagrees, that means there are many people out there who also disagree, so I need to talk about this. I was initially talking about how CSA is so prevalent in high control groups and cults. My name is Shalisa. I interview cult survivors for a living, so I feel like I have a good grasp on that. And how it is so dangerous because of the lack of education and awareness around consent and boundaries. And initially she said, that's not purity culture, yawn. And then she followed it up with this one. No, purity culture cannot exist with what she's describing. She was speaking about consent in purity culture. That's a contradiction. Purity is in the name. Okay, what most people don't understand is that purity culture is one coin with two sides. The first side is the shiny, happy, beautiful, don't have sex until you're married, it's a sacred union side, which, sure, that is great. The other side is what happens when it is taken from you. What happens when you are assaulted and no longer considered pure? Unfortunately, purity culture exists in so many different high control groups and religions, but I grew up Mormon, so here are some Mormon examples. Sexual purity is youth's most precious possession. It is the foundation of all righteousness. Better dead, clean, than alive, unclean. Spencer W. Kimball from The Miracle of Forgiveness. What a gem. Please don't ever read it. Also, far-reaching is the effect of loss of chastity. Once given or taken or stolen, it can never be regained, even in a forced contact, such as or incest. The injured one is greatly outraged. If she has not cooperated and contributed to the foul deed, then of course she's in a more favorable position. There is no condemnation where there is no voluntary participation. It is better to die in defending one's virtue than to live having lost it without a struggle. Purity culture is black and white thinking. It's abstinence only, which means no, you don't learn about boundaries or consent. Women and children are consistently put in these positions where they don't know they are in danger of being assaulted, and they don't have the language for it, even after it happens. I interviewed Elizabeth Smart. If you're not familiar with her story, she was abducted when she was 14 years old from a very kind Mormon family, affluent family, beautifully rich neighborhood, taken into the woods and made a, quote, plural wife to this man who claimed to be a prophet. Do you want to know why she didn't try to run, didn't try to escape, didn't try to get out of her captor's hands? Because she was assaulted so many times that she felt worthless. She was taught that she was a licked cupcake because her virtue was taken from her. This is harmful. Purity culture is harmful. I will say it over and over and over again, and I've said it in all 300 of my interviews probably, because it is a huge problem and people need to understand there is another side to this.
Yeah, so this purity culture that they teach, it leads to predatory behavior and women being groomed to be prey boys to be predators and girls to be prey. Yeah, I want to get to this. We'll talk about that later. I want to talk about this. This predatory behavior, this purity culture. Women, this is also why they want little girls to be married at 11 and 12, 13 years old, because they want them to be chaste and pure when they get married. They don't want them to be sexually active, to be impure. They want to get a young wife, and they want it's this whole purity thing, the chaste wife, the Vedic culture, I'm telling you, this is what it's about. This is what this cult is about. Okay, so all of that. So with all of that I'm talking about, the purity culture, really, and the grooming of the children, how this purity culture is dangerous. It creates a dangerous environment. And here, and where do they learn this? Where do these kids learn this? Well, they learn it right here. They learn it from these type of things. Young Minds, Timeless Wisdom, a practical Bhagavad-Gita course for today's youth. Helping younger generation develop clarity, confidence, and character. They're not helping the younger generation develop any clarity, confidence, and character. It says a new initiative titled Young Minds, Timeless Wisdom is offering an 8-week online Bhagavad Gita course for youth aged 10 to 19. Isn't that funny how Prabhupada says that a 12-year-old girl can be married to a 19-year-old man? So this is for young minds, for youth. 19 years is not a youth. That's a grown man. 19 years is that's a grown man. A 19-year-old man should not be hanging around with 10-year-old girls. I'm sorry, and they just should not. But here they just mix them all together. Youth age 10 to 19 beginning April 11, 2026. The program is designed to present the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita in a practical and relatable format, helping young people develop clarity, discipline, emotional resilience in today's fast-paced environment. It's not. It doesn't do any of that. It teaches them purity culture. It doesn't teach them to think for themselves. That Bhagavad Gita course is brainwashing. That's what that is. That's a brainwashing course. It's grooming them to be even more of a devotee than they already are. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. I mean, that's all they do. It's all they do. It's young minds, timeless. There's no timeless wisdom. There's no wisdom at all in there. There's no wisdom. There's none. There's none. It's BS. But it's harmful. I mean, it's harmful BS. Youth was from 12 to 22 to 20. I mean, there you go. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. You know, what are they teaching the little girls? They're teaching the little girls that child marriage is okay, that they should be married young, always be under the control of a man, their husband or their father-in-law or their son or their son-in-law, that they never get independence, that women have small brains, that women can't be trusted. This is what's in the Bhagavad Gita. This is what they're teaching little girls. This is what they're teaching little boys. I only went for the food. Yeah, I mean, and I mean they don't sit there with the curriculum, and they're beating it into them that the girls are stupid and boys are, no, but it's in the philosophy, it's in the stories, it's in the purports, it's in it. I mean, where does it come from? This is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what else to tell you. It is what it is. Here, let me say a little bit more. It says the course is guided by Subha Vilas Govindadas, who brings years of experience in teaching Bhagavad-Gita and Bhakti Yoga to diverse audiences, including youth and families. With a background in both professional leadership and spiritual education, he has conducted workshops, courses, and retreats focused on applying Vedic wisdom in everyday life. His teaching approach emphasizes simplicity, relatability, and real-life application of philosophical principles. Like what? Like avoiding women because they're Maya? Don't be attached to your family? Are those the philosophical principles? Everything's karma. So don't get attached to the results of anything. Don't just be a numb zombie with no feeling, no identity, no anything. You're just a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. I mean, seriously, we know what's in there. I know what's in there. We know what's in there. We know what they're teaching. There's only one thing that they're teaching, and that's to serve Prabhupada, serve Krishna, and serve Chaitanya through Prabhupada and the Parampara for the next 10,000 years, and all this other shit just goes along with it. It was smart to just go for the food, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's what they're teaching. So they have a whole class. And here's what it says here. The program has been developed in response to a growing need among parents and educators to provide value-based guidance to young people. With increasing exposure to digital distractions, academic pressure, and social challenges, many youth struggle with focus, decision-making, and emotional balance. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, they start studying this Bhagavad Gita and get involved in this Krishna conscious bullshit, they're not going to be able to have any decision making, any critical thinking, any emotional balance. They're going to be raving lunatics. There's no philosophy in ISKCON. They bait you with Bhagavad Gita, which is somewhat rational, and then trick you into thinking. You know, it's just a bunch of superstition. There's no philosophy. It's just a bunch of superstitions based on a bunch of stories. I mean, you can't say that you can't say the stuff that they believe is philosophical. Like a demon head eating the moon, that's not philosophy. That there's demons inhabiting planets and one of them got his head cut off and it's floating in space. Or what? That's not philosophy. That's mythology. I'm sorry, we're getting confused. It's not philosophy. It's mythology. It's just stories. And there's not even any morals or any meaning behind the stories. And that's a whole nother issue. But there's definitely no philosophy other than Krishna's blue and he's plays a flute and he has sex with the gopis and sorry, excuse me. That's yeah. There's no philosophy. They bait you with Bhagavad Gita and trick you into thinking Chaitanya Charitamrita is like some higher knowledge. I know, and you know it's exactly it. It's superstition labeled as philosophy, as like the highest level. The highest level of loving God is 1,000,001 superstitions and rituals that you have to follow. And they say, no, you just have to chant. All you have to do is just chant and you'll giggle and laugh. And that's bullshit. But not only it's bullshit, but that's not, first of all, it's bullshit. Let's just get that straight, okay? It's bullshit. Okay, so Now, you guys keep talking about this moon. You guys want to talk about the moon. Let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look at what. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't know. Let's see what Prabhupada says about the moon real quick. Absolutely, they're just grooming. They're just trying to groom another generation. It's all verbal gymnastics. At the end, they're training future brainwashed generation, luring them into the same friendship, sharing, dancing, eating, unhealthy food, worshiping these guys' feet, drinking their water, their foot water. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so I just typed it in the database. It came all these things came up. Moon landing. So so this is from. What is this from? See, that's the thing I get. Oh, this I clicked the wrong one. This is probably Leela Rita. I'm not reading that. Okay, so so Prabhupada says this conversation, Waikiki Beach, June 4th, 1975. So Prabhupada says, you see, they want to draw some salary, big salaries, by bluffing the government and the public. This is their business. They are failing. They have finished their business on this planet. Now they're going another planet. These are nonsense. They know that we, so far as possible, we have bluffed. Now our business in this planet is finished, so let us go to another planet. This is going on. Paramahamsa. Even if they wanted to stop the space project, they couldn't stop because they've already spent billions of dollars for making equipment and rocket ships and launching pads and rocket bases and so many employees. If they stop, then so much would be wasted. So many people would be unemployed. So they have to continue, even if they know that it's a bluff. It makes no sense. Prabhupada, that is the way of falsehood. If once you speak something false, then to protect that falsehood, you have to make so many other falsehoods. This is the way of falsehood. Well, who would know better than Prabhupada to be talking about falsehoods? He's full of shit about everything. Okay, Paramahamsa says, one lie leads to another. Prabhupada, are going to Venus, Americans and Russians combined together. Ambarish, this summer. Prabhupada, oh, in the summer, Venus is very cold. Why have they selected summer season? Could not go to the moon, and Venus is far above the moon. How will they go? Bali Mardan, they're not going to Venus, are they? Ambarish, they're up in space. Okay, then devotee number 3 says, Prabhupada, when they said they went to the moon and they showed films of them landing and walking on the moon, was this all a bluff? Prabhupada, yes, clearly, all laboratory work, that's all. Devotee 3, they all made it up? Prabhupada, yes. Bali Mardan, Prabhupada, they are not going to Venus, the American and Russians. They are just going to meet outside the earth. They are not going to any planet. Prabhupada, oh, that is finished. Bali Mardan, it is too difficult. Ambarish, they're going to meet in space and float around in space. Prabhupada, the bird, that is birds are doing also. Laughter. What is the credit? So then Paramahamsa says, they are thinking that what is the use of going to any other planet because there is no life on the other planets. Prabhupada, why no life? Paramahamsa, well, they have photographs and things. Prabhupada, photograph? What is this nonsense photography? The photograph? How long it can go on? So, photographs, that's nonsense. What do you mean you took pictures? So Prabhupada says, Ambarish says, they're taken from hundreds of miles up in space, and then they say there is no life. Prabhupada, what is hundreds of miles? It is 40 billion? What is that? Paramahamsa, 4 billion. Prabhupada, 4 billion? So how they can calculate? Paramahamsa, if they took a photograph of the Earth planet from up in space, they would probably also say there is no life. Prabhupada, yes. Devotee 3, they say because the atmosphere is not like this planet, others cannot live there. Prabhupada, why not atmosphere? The moon planet, there is a planet, there is space, there is surface, there is dust, so why not atmosphere the same? It is made of the same ingredients, earth, water, fire. Why do you say that is not same atmosphere? Obviously, this Prabhupada was an idiot. Okay, obviously, obviously he was an idiot. I don't even need to go on. Obviously, the guy had no friggin'. He's talking about women have small brains. This guy, this guy, is friggin'. Give me a break. Give me a break, right? This is stupid. This is the stupidest thing I ever heard. I'm gonna get to them in just a minute. I'm gonna get to them in a minute. You should check later. Check me telling Gorahari they were in Dream Wars. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. The Munis shall rejoice. I know it's their. Look, here she is again. Here she is being extra culty, and she doesn't understand. She's in all glories to the different guru, the real one who delivers. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought up Guru. I'm glad she's here, and we brought up Guru. Because I looked up Guru in the database, and man, there's Prabhupada has a lot of things to say about Guru. And if you're claiming to be a guru and you're reading from Prabhupada's books, but you're not following Prabhupada's instructions, then you're just a big cheater and a big hypocrite. That's all I can say. And you're definitely not a guru. You know what you are? You're Pundrak. You're Pundrak. like Aviator Lochan said. Let's read about Pundrak. Pundraka here from Srimad. See, they think I don't know anything. They think I'm an idiot. They think I'm so stupid. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. In honor of hot feet. There we go. So, Srimad Bhagavad 1066:1. Sukadev Goswami said, King, O Lord, while Lord Balaram was visiting Nanda's village of Raj, the ruler of Karusa, foolishly thinking I am the Supreme Lord Vasudeva, sent a messenger to Lord Krishna. Purport. Since Lord Rama had gone to Nandavraj, Pundraka foolishly thought that Lord Krishna would be alone and therefore easy to challenge. Thus he dared to send his crazy message to the Lord. Pundraka was emboldened by the flattery of childish men who told him, "You are Gurudev. I mean, you are Vasudeva, the Supreme Lord and Master of the universe, who have now descended to earth." Thus he imagined himself to be the infallible personality of Godhead. Purport. Pundraka foolishly accepted the flattery of ignorant person. This is Prabhupada. Pundraka foolishly accepted the flattery of ignorant persons. The slow-witted King Pundraka sent a message. I guess if I'm Sisipal, then this dreamer guy has got to be Pundraka. Sent a message to the inscrutable Lord Krishna at Dwarka. Pundraka was acting just like an unintelligent child whom other children are pretending is a king. There you go, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, that's so funny. This is so funny. Yeah, I guess they're up there now. I guess they're doing their thing. This is just a picture that I found on the internet. Yeah, I know. I know you don't like it when I make fun of your Gorahari. I know it bothers you. I know it bothers you. But I have something else to show you. Look, if okay, so this guy, Lochan, Lochan was on there, and I clicked on there because I was like, Lochan in there, and I clicked on it, and they were talking about me, and Gora Hoodie was talking about Gora Hoodie was talking about how I'm Sisupal, and I don't know, he was talking whatever he was talking, and he was saying, and I heard him say, if you want to join a cult of people that hate God, go ahead. He was like kind of chiding Lochan that we're a cult that hates God, because that's all cult people can think about is, if I'm exposing cults and then I say, this guy is a cult leader, then they're going to say I'm a cult leader. That's what every ISKCON guru, like I showed that video of that ISKCON guru saying, well, if you're calling me a cult, if you're calling Hare Krishna a cult, then why don't we call Taylor Swift a cult, or any movie star a cult? Which he knows. He knows the difference between a cult and a movie star. I mean, we don't have to. We're not going to entertain that nonsense. I mean, we're just not. But he wants to. So this Gora Hoodie, this guy.
I'm just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
This guy, this dreamer guy, he. Okay, so. Okay. The slow-witted King Pundraka sent a messenger to the inscrutable Lord Krishna at Dwarka. Pundraka was acting just like an unintelligent child whom other children are pretending is a king. See, the difference is nobody who watches this stream or subscribes to my channel thinks that this is following me or is worshiping me. They're not worshiping me. Nobody is worshiping me. Nobody is worshiping me. If any of you, let me tell you, if any of you do this,
And just surrender to the one who represents God. Haridas, my Guru Maharaj, all glories to you.
If any of you, if I find out that any of you are getting on the internet and singing glories to me and how I'm representing God and I'm giving you joy and love and life and all glories to my Guru Dev, Srila Gora Hoodie, Bhakti Venmo, I'm shutting this shit down. I'm telling you right now. I'm logging off at YouTube. I'm canceling all of my accounts, okay? If I see anybody doing this to me, that's it. That's it. It's over. This is beyond cuckoo's nest. This is beyond the cuckoo's nest. Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking her voice. I'm not.
Glories to you, to the Spirit.
I mean, you know, she's no Yoko Ono. She's no Yoko Ono. Man. I'd rather listen to Yoko Ono. Her devotion is her. It's yeah, you know what? Yeah, even if that was it, it'd still be. It's still too much. It's still too much. I'm telling you, it's still. I would be upset. I would be upset if my girlfriend was doing this. If my girlfriend was on her YouTube channel doing this about me, and some guy was watching, you gotta be out of your mind. You gotta be out of your mind.
I can dance. Hare Krishna. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
You know, I got a question. I got a question. Red Hat. I got a question. Red Hat. There. I don't know what he's doing, man. I got a question. This guy, Jan, is definitely bugging out. Jan bugging out is bugging out, man. I'm telling you, he is bugging. Jan is bugging.
I can dance. Boo 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 boo. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boo boo boo. Yay!
That's insanity. That's insanity. That's next level. Cuckoo's nest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I believe that she's, and he doesn't care about her. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh man. Okay. But what I'm saying is, Jazz is deaf. Jazz. He must have. He's got his hearing aid is turned off. He flipped it off, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you talking to me? I'm sorry. I thought you were singing." Oh man. I think she said she first dated Jan, then met Freddie. Oh, so it is it. Wow, I didn't know. It really is. It really it really is locator. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. I can't take this. I can't take this amount. I can't take this amount of crazy. This is too much crazy for me. I mean, I can't take this much crazy. It's too much. 'Cause I'll go crazy. I will literally go crazy. I will literally go crazy with that much crazy. Okay, that's. But I did want to say, that this guy is dreaming he's a guru, and he's reading from Prabhupada's books, and Prabhupada says in his books here, Prabhupada says right here, Bhagavad-Gita 7:2, a guru can become guru when he's ordered by his guru. That's all. Otherwise, nobody can become guru. Prabhupada doesn't say that one can become a guru because he dreams it. He doesn't say, I will come to you in a dream. He doesn't say a guru can become guru when I appear in his dream. It's just bullshit. It's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. I mean, and all these ISKCON gurus and all these Ritviks and whatever, they're all full of shit. But this guy's full of shit too, because he can't even cosplay correctly. So, okay, well, that makes sense. I'm telling you, it makes sense. He's deaf for real. Well, Prabhupada says that's bad karma to be deaf. You can't hear the holy name. Yeah, I know you don't want to be disrespectful, but you know what? I really don't care. Yeah, I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to. You don't want to interrupt that little love triangle. I know you don't want. You don't want to get involved in that. They're scammers of the highest order, and when I think about them, I do have to think about Knitting Cult Lady, and I just have to say, Knitting Cult Lady, and what the other guy said a couple nights ago, that you don't know, you can't tell if it's harmless or not. You don't know. That's why you have to know this stuff about cults to protect yourself, because you won't know. You won't know what's a cult. It's like there's so many of these people that get involved in these yoga cults because they don't know. They don't know what to look out for. They don't know the warning signs, the red flags. They don't know. And they think it's harmless. They think, I'm just logging in to some group, some Bhagavad-Gita course. I'm just taking a Bhagavad-Gita course. My kid is taking I'm just getting my Bhagavad-Gita course for my kid. I saw this thing on the internet, and it says Bhagavad-Gita for kids, young minds, timeless wisdom. You know what? And look, it's got this devotee guy here, and he's a youth mentor, a life coach, storyteller, bhakti yoga teacher, 15 years. Register now. Limited 30 seats only. Register now. I don't know what it costs, but I'm sure it costs something. Saturdays, 1:30, 6:30 p.m. We're at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Open to students from all backgrounds. And look at this. Focus and concentration. What? On chanting. You're going to learn that they're going to focus and concentrate on chanting, better decision makings, not doing karmy things, just being devotional, emotional strength, just chanting, healthy habits, more chanting, inner peace, more chanting, discipline and self-control, more chanting maybe, self-understanding. Well, that's some more chanting, character and values. Okay, more chanting. I mean, that's basically what it is. How to groom the kids. How to groom the kids into being devotees. And people don't know that's what that. They don't know that they're being groomed into this. They think they think it's something like, oh, it's like a Sunday school, or a harmless little Sunday get together at the church, tell stories where the children go and they tell stories, and while the grown ups, I don't know, flirt. I don't know what they do, but it's not. This is indoctrination because it's not a religion. It's a cult. 8 life skills inspired by the Bhagavad-Gita. The students will learn purpose, identity, focus. This is bullshit. Meanwhile, they're going to be drinking some guru's foot water. That's what they're going to be doing. And again, it's and I know like it could people that don't know any better come and could take this, and then their kids are indoctrinated in this. And the other thing that I that bothers me is age group 10 to 19. Like 10-year-olds should not be hanging around with 19-year-olds. I'm sorry, they just should not. They just should not be hanging around with that age group. The 10-year-olds and the 19-year-olds should not be together in the same class. And so I'm sorry, I got a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Call me old-fashioned. I don't know. Hey, Queen of Karma, good to see you. Good to see you in here. Prabhupada's guru was bogus too. I know, man. They're all of them without exception are all scammers. They're all scammers. That's why. They're all these scammer guru, cult guru. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a scammer, and I'm sure his guru was a scammer. And they're all scammers. Yeah, I watch Gaura Hari and Lalita a lot. They talk about their lives all the time. Jan is almost completely deaf. I've heard him talking once, and it was really hard to make out what he was saying. Oh, I didn't know he was deaf. But it does explain why he can. It does explain why he's got no problem listening to her. Yeah, it answers a lot. It answers a lot. I mean, Yeah, you know what I mean? I'd rather listen to Yoko. All right, okay, so we did that. We did a bunch of stuff. I got something here, and I got an opening for it, so we might as well use it, and here we go. We got a 2-for-1. It's a 2-for-1, everybody. We hit the jackpot today. Yoko's terrible. She's better than Hotfoot.
Welcome. Today we want to show you, or we want to tell you about 10 reasons why we love to be Hare Krishnas. Because we had a lot of questions under our videos why we changed our religion, or why we exactly came to this path. So we thought, okay, we talked today about our 10 top reasons why we came and stay in the Hare Krishna movement.
Yeah, we got a lot of, I think this was the main questions of the people. What are Germans doing in India and practice?
How did you become a super white Hindu? I know. No, it's so funny. How did you become a super white German Hindu? I got to hear the story. Super white German Hindu. Oh, yes. Tell us Tell us, oh, super Hindu.
Seeing Hare Krishna consciousness. And I think we want to go more in detail with this question, and let's start.
Let's start. But before, just to clarify, so the path we are in is officially called Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So the path of our religion is Gaudiya Vaishnavism, but
Yeah, we like to say that. We like to say that because then it makes us feel less culty. It makes us feel less culty if we say Gaudiya Vaishnavism because I can't believe everybody knows these people. I want to say Gaudiya Vaishnavism because then it doesn't sound. I don't want you to say the ISKCON cult, the Hare Krishna cult, a pedophile cult. Let's just call it. Oh my goodness. Show us the money, Lebowski. Show us the money, Lebowski.
He believes in nothing. He believes in nothing, Lebowski. Nothing.
When I was in my there, oh, it's funny. They're in Mayapur, or we're never talking about problems within this cult. They have 2 kids. And they legit act like they own the place. They all do. They're super white Hindu time. Super white Hindu. Let's go ahead and do that one. Where is super white Hindu time? He's right there. There he is. That's super white Hindu right there.
the West, this movement is popularly known as the Hare Krishna movement. So just to clarify this maybe. Okay, reason number 1.
Most people over 40 will enter 2026 still using ChatGPT like Google. Don't be one of them.
Reason number 1 I wrote down is convincing philosophy.
Oh boy.
So when you look at the Vedic scriptures, specifically Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, and when you personally have a lot of questions in your life.
Okay, so he said when you look at the Vedic scriptures, the Bhagavad-Gita and the Bhagavatam, which are not Vedic scriptures. So right there, I mean, this is the super Hindu. This is the super Hindu disease, the disease of super Hindu, I don't know, osis, super Hindu-osis. He's got super Hinduitis. Super Hinduitis. He doesn't even know. Bhagavad Gita is not Vedic. It's not a Vedic scripture. It's not part of the Vedas. And Bhagavatam is not a Vedic scripture. It's not part of the Vedas. So right there. And he says convincing philosophy. What? That you become a 12-year-old girl and you go back to Godhead, a 12-year-old girl, and you have sex with Krishna? That's the goal of life on the cow planet? That's the convincing philosophy? That you got to follow all of these rules and regulations and all of this stuff just to love God? Just to love God, you got to drink the foot water and go, and then all of this stuff. That's a convincing philosophy. Nothing made sense in the world. The world did not make sense until that happened. Then when you heard that, you were like, yes, a convincing philosophy. Now it all makes sense to me. This is fucking insanity. They are the all in all pure devotee fanatical sinner. Yeah, well, yeah, but so is the lady that's singing on the internet. Is Lolita singing, glorifying the Gora hoodie any wackier than these two? Who's wackier? I think these two might be wackier. I don't know. This is like 2 heads are wackier than one. You got a wackiness going back and forth between them, like a little wackiness thing. You know, they're feeding off each other. Two wacky heads are wackier than one hacky. Yeah, absolutely. She looks miserable. They both look miserable. They're going to sit there and tell you how happy they are. These are our 10 reasons why we're so ecstatically happy in the Hare Krishna movement. Number 10, we're ecstatically happy because of the convincing philosophy.
For example, where you're from, why you're here, what is this world all about?
It's all about you becoming a 12-year-old girl and going back to Godhead and becoming a 12-year-old girl and having sex with Krishna. That's what it's all about. I mean, what do you think it's all about? If it's all about Krishna and all Krishna does is just play around in Vrindavan and have sex with his girlfriends, a big orgy, and that's the highlight of everything. That's when he plays the flute and they all come out and they're running, the milk and the hips are swaying, and they're leaving their husband, they're running down the river, and they're having this big orgy. That is the culmination of every friggin' thing. That's your convincing philosophy. That's why you're here. That's the meaning of life, so that you can go be a 12-year-old girl and have sex with Krishna. You hear the insanity of these people?
And the Vedas, they give a lot of answers. And for me, all these answers were very convincing. That we are a spiritual soul, that we're not this body, that there's a repeating of birth.
Yeah, and I'm grooming my kid. I'm grooming my kid so that he can become a predator and he can prey on some little 12-year-old girl when he's about 19, 20 years old. Because, that's what Prabhupada says in his books.
And there's the law of karma. When you do something to somebody, you get it back. It's action and reaction. So there's a lot of convincing arguments.
These arguments convinced him. This convinced this guy.
Also logical arguments for me for the bigger questions in life. And this was very, very convincing for me, the philosophy.
The philosophy of... All right. Fake it till you're Vedic. I like that philosophy. That's the real philosophy right there. Just fake it.
Reason number 2, atmosphere.
Oh, yes.
The atmosphere when you go in the temple is for me something very enlivening. Just this spirit.
Oh, those poor children. Every time I see children like that, I think that poor little girl. That poor little girl is going to be, they're going to marry that little girl off. They're going to marry that little girl off. If not 12, 13, 14, they're going to arrange a marriage for that little girl. You're not this into it. You're not this into it where your boy is walking around dressed like that with his head shaved, and you're living in the holy dham, and you're all into all this stuff, and you're not going to marry your little girl off. That'd be against everything. That would be against everything that you believe in, because you believe all this bullshit. You believe in the Vedic culture. You believe that Prabhupada knows what he's talking about. You believe in this. They believe in it. That little girl, she has no idea what's going to happen to her. She got no freedom. You have no freedom at all. She's not going to get to choose what she wants to do in life. She's going to get married off to some 19-year-old man or something. That's disgusting. And she's going to sit there and talk about how I love the atmosphere in the temple. It's really beautiful.
Spiritual praying mood, this totally center of the singing and the altar and the lectures and this atmosphere this is creating is something really magical.
Magical. Something magical. Really? 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 This is magical?
I can dance. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
For me, and I always felt like, wow, I'm in the right time, in the right place.
They don't look happy. They don't look like they're in the right place in the right time. That's not a smile. He's not smiling. She's not smiling. She looked like she's about to cry, is what it looked like.
Atmosphere.
She's looking at him for reassurance, right? Right? Am I right?
Atmosphere. Third reason is that when I started to become a Hare Krishna, I had a very strong feeling and a very strong urge also, but I felt like guided. That Krishna is somehow showing me the path.
He likes having a guru telling him what to do. He likes it. There's a certain kind of personality that joins that likes it. They like the structure. They like being told, get up at 4 o'clock, take a cold shower, go to Mangalartik, then do this, then do that, then go to work, then go to do this, then distribute books. They like that. There's people that like that. They just like structure in their lives. Some people like pizza, some people like tacos, some people like to be told what to do. They don't want to think. They don't want to think. They don't want to make decisions. I don't want to make decisions. I'm retired now. I want to do this. But when I'm not doing this and I'm out in the real world, I have to make decisions about certain things. And a lot of times I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to make decisions about where I want to go, what I'm time of this, that, or I have to be somewhere on this. I don't want to do it. And there's people that don't want to live their lives like that. They don't want to live being told what to do. But there are people that want that. They want to be told what to do. It sounds like this guy likes it. He likes having a guru telling him, wash my feet, and drink, wash my feet, and drink the water.
It was really the right thing to do. I met the devotees. It was very mystical also how I met the devotees. I got to know the devotees, how I went with the devotees to India, how they showed me India. So it was very mystical, and I have really the feeling Krishna is showing me.
He had a magical mystery story. I don't want to get behind because then a troll will accuse me of not. I didn't find happiness dealing with mean know-it-all, big on hierarchy. I can never get this thing to. I mean, come on, man. Let's get it together here. There we go. I didn't find happiness dealing with mean know-it-all bitches. Big on hierarchy, bullshit cult is what it is. The ambience, what's not or is good for anyone. Yeah, it's not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The best experience you ever have is the first day when you walk into the temple and you don't know shit and you go, wow, this place is pretty cool. You don't know anybody. You don't know anything about it. You're just walking around going, wow, this is pretty neat. I've never been in any place like this before. That's the best experience you're ever going to have. It's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. The banana republic of white super Hindus. Man, it is. It is. Yeah, when they grow up, they're not going to want to be part of it. Hardly any kids grow up want to be part of it. How was Prabhupada's guru bogus? At least the men in the funny hats vote for the next pope. Because he didn't have a guru. He didn't have a guru. He didn't have, he was a Gaurahari. He was a Gaurahari. He made himself guru. They make it up as they go along. The same way Prabhupada did. Bhakti Siddhanta didn't make Prabhupada a guru. I remember I asked that question. I was like, well, when did Prabhupada become, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. That's just the way it is. They could. Oh, that's these people. They couldn't make enough money, then were traveling to Europe over the summers to collect Lakshmi by taking part of various ISKCON festivals while selling food, in order to be able to exist in Mayapur for 8 months a year. It seems like the woman is the head of the household between these two. Could be. She's definitely giving him a look right there.
So I felt like, okay, there is God, and He's telling me, do this. Become a Hare Krishna. Yeah, like that.
Wow.
It was, it was difficult, in our culture to go this way. So it was difficult for me, but I had this strong feeling I should.
It was difficult for you, but you were being brainwashed, so it was actually kind of easy. Deep down inside, I kind of knew something was wrong, but I was being brainwashed, and I didn't know what was happening. And it just kind of happened. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, I didn't know what was happening. I was being brainwashed into a pedophile cult, and next thing you know, I'm jumping up. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. I don't know what to say.
Nice. Nice.
Make it a habit. 7 minutes of
Commercials.
Tai Chi every morning, all the way.
I really got to break down and.
This Monday we will
pay for the stories.
Reason
number 4.
Reason number 4. Stories. I love stories. Even before I knew about all this Hare Krishna philosophy, this Vaishnava philosophy, I was collecting fairy tales from all over the world.
Okay, so
but
you came to the right place. You love fairy tales? Hey, have we got fairy tales? We got like 40 volumes, 50 volumes, 60 volumes. We got big books, little books, fat books, thin books. We got them on tape. We got them on video. We got them. We got dioramas. We got everything. You want stories and fairy tales? We got stories and fairy tales.
But there was mostly some missing point in this fairy tales. Or I felt somehow I really was attracted to this, but on the same time I felt something is missing. And then
yeah, something's missing. The point is missing. There's no point. There's no point to the story. There's just a bunch of bull. There's just a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, something's missing. Everything's missing.
I came to this Krishna consciousness, and I heard all the stories about God and all the incarnations of God, and then all these the molds of the stories, and this was something very wonderful, something where I can.
It is so sad. It is so sad that people spend their life cosplaying and worshiping these stories. I mean, and I know because I did it. It's not like I'm making fun of these people like I didn't do it. I did it for 20 years. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not bragging. I fucking hate myself for it. I hate myself for it. But that's a fact. And I gotta face the fact, and I do. I face it. And that's why I say it. Because I need to. That's therapy for me. I'm joking about these people, and I'm making fun of them, and I'm ridiculing them, and I'm pointing out all this stuff. But that was me. That was me. That was me doing that. Selling books, and worshiping statues, feeding statues, making lunch and putting the food on a plate, putting it in front of my deities, and getting down and bowing my head on the floor and saying prayers like a nut. Like a nut. Now, I'm not saying that if that's something that you want to do that makes you happy, and if it makes you happy and you want to do that, hey, go right ahead. But I was doing it because I thought I needed to in order to be a spiritual person and love God and be on the spiritual path 5,000 years and all that shit. That's what pisses me off. It's not that I actually was putting the foot on and bowing down. If that makes you happy, do it. I'm not saying that. But I was told I needed to do that in order to love God and be this and that and not go to a hellish planet and not make an offense and all of that shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's mental. That's mental. If I want to put an apple down in front of a picture of somebody and say a prayer, picture in front of my mom or my dad and say, hey, thank you for raising me, and I'm offering this apple to you because you were such great parents to me. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And I eat. Hey, no big deal. I'm doing it. I'm not being coerced and manipulated and spiritually blackmailed into doing some foolish thing. I can do foolish things on my own. I do foolish things on my own. I don't need to do them in somebody else's name. Do them because somebody's telling me take these dolls and get in a pool with get in a pool with them. You know, she's thinking, damn, I could do better than marrying Charlie Brown. I know, she married German Charlie Brown. That is pretty funny. She married Charles Schultz. I love the stories too. Believe me, I love Greek mythology. I love stories about like King Arthur and stuff. I love that stuff. Well, I did when I was growing up. I love that stuff because I knew it was stories. I knew it was all stories and everything. And so, you know, reading Prabhupada's books is like wow, there's a whole, you know, stuff that I never heard about. I knew about the Greeks. I knew about the Romans. I knew about the Egyptians. I knew about the Mesopotamians. I knew about, you know, Mesoamericans. I didn't know nothing about Vedic anything. And so now I got all these stories. That was a lot of fun. That was fun, man. But she comes from Grimm Brothers land after all. Yeah, I know. She comes from, you know, Hans Christian Andersen and all Grimm's fairy tales and you know, all that stuff. That's funny. Yeah, I love, you know, you love superhero stuff, but you know, you're not offering your food to Spider-Man. That's what I'm saying. You're not offering your food to Spider-Man and saying a bunch of prayers. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Spider-Man or Batman. I'm Batman. Yeah, or Batman. Or swimming around a pool with Ken and Barbie. Exactly. I mean, you know, you got to draw the line. You got to draw the line somewhere. I mean, if they had told me, hey, you're going to, you know, Krishna consciousness is all about, you know, advancing in Krishna consciousness. You advance in spiritual life until you take your little dolls and you float them around in your pool. I'd be like, what? I mean, like, what are you talking about? I have little dolls and I float them around in my pool. Yeah. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that later. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's
now still dive in, and we have so many places we can travel to, and we can hear about what happened there, and then so many. I mean, almost every book we have in this Hare Krishna movement, in this Vaishnavism, is story or different stories, one after another, and this is something very attractive for me. All the stories.
Reason number 5, I wrote down devotee association, and
hey, I put snacks down. I put snacks down for Santa, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Santa ate my cookies and he drank the milk that I put out for him. And you know what? I didn't think I was in a cult. I was not in a cult. I put cookies out for Santa. Well, my mom told me. She said, you know, if you want to make Santa happy, and he brings you lots of toys, you gotta leave some cookies out. You know what I did? I left cookies out and some milk. And my mom said, let's leave a carrot out for the reindeer. And so we left a carrot. We put cookies, some milk, and a carrot, and the carrot was for the reindeer, and I wrote a note, and it was like, you know, dear Santa, here's some cookies and milk, and here's a carrot for the reindeer, and the reindeer actually ate part of the carrot. It was partially eaten, and I believe that the reindeer actually ate ate part of my carrot. Okay, that yeah, it was. It's so funny, man. It's so funny. Wait, they have 433,000 subscribers. Yeah, you know, I have 500. Okay, I have 500. I put a carrot out. I did. I put a carrot out. I was a good kid, man. I was a good little kid. There's milk for Santa, cookies for Santa, and a carrot for the reindeer, man. I'm telling you, that was a good Christmas. Whatever I wanted, I got it. It was like a bicycle or something. I don't remember what I wanted, but I got it. Whatever it was, it came. Santa was down. Santa was down. He's like, oh, cookies and milk? Right on, dude. I'm whatever you want. In fact, he gave me extra that year.
Of course, when you come in contact with Krishna consciousness, there's devotees, and I immediately, had many good friends in Krishna consciousness, friends, also well-wishers, senior devotees who helped me and guided me, and just being around with Hare Krishna devotees, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience, and I learned a lot. They gave me a lot of input, and yeah, I really have to say that's the best and most moral and happiest, jolliest people I ever met in my life. Hare Krishna.
Wait, he say the most moral? He's saying these people that marry their kids off at their daughters off at 12 years old to 19-year-old men, 22-year-old women, they're the most moral people. The people that have excused pedophilia, these gurus that and he's in Mayapur and he knows that these pedophile gurus are there. The Rameshwar and Bhavananda and all of these guys, the guys they kick out, they're hanging out there. All of these fuckers are there, and he knows that they're there. And he's like, these are the most moral people you ever. Who are you hanging out with that you think these people are moral, man? You got to be out of your mind. And that's what I'm telling you. These people, they have no clue. They have no clue what they're saying. They're super Hindus. They can say whatever they want. As long as they got beads around their neck and they got tilak on their head, it doesn't matter. And that's exactly how they feel. They take it, fake it till you're moral. Fake it till you're moral. I mean, what? Moral. These are the most moral people. These people can't even condemn child marriage, pedophilia. They can't kick anybody out. And you got the nerve to sit there and tell your 433,000 subscribers that these ISKCON people are the most moral people you've ever met. This is a fucking moon launch in 5 hours. Oh, they can't go to the moon. Prabhupada already said. Prabhupada already said they can't go to the moon.
Devotees, I can without doubt say that.
They're sweet and funny.
Sweet and funny. Sweet, funny, and
loving.
Many of them were very special.
Yes.
They're very special.
So, Devotee Association.
Reason number 6. Role models. It's a little bit different from Devotee Association. It's like...
they don't look happy. You know, they don't look happy. They don't look happy at all. And again, I would really like a body language behavior guy to subscribe to my channel so that they can analyze these people and tell me what's going on with them, because I know that they're not happy. I just know that they're not happy. Happy people look happy. They sound happy. They're excited. You know? They have happiness in their voice. They're excited. They're like, hey, you know what I did today? I went out to the market. We went and we saw this thing, and there are all these things that are going on, and they shot a rocket up in the sky, and it's going to go around the moon, and then it's going to go around the moon. It's going to come back, and it's going to land, and hey, I went to this bar, and I was playing pool, and we had this pool tournament, and we were really bad. I mean, we lost every game. But I mean, we had so much fun. Everyone was drinking and shooting pool, and everybody. There was a bunch of girls that were playing, and guys and girls were playing, and we were just having. There's a certain amount of excitement And when you're happy and excited to be telling somebody about something that you enjoy doing and you're happy about it, it comes out in your voice. It just comes out. You don't have to pretend. You can't. I mean, there's certain things. I mean, you can try. You can pretend and try, but usually people can tell. Hey, what's wrong? You don't sound happy. I know you're telling me a happy story, but it kind of sounds like something's on your mind. I mean, people can tell. That's human nature, and as human beings, we've learned through our experiences and dealing with other people to read people. At least some of us read people better than others. Some of us can read people out for our living, and some of us can't. But I mean, I can see that these people they're not happy.
Yeah, the role models you have in your life, people you look up to. Of course, they are also devotees, but there's one kind of devotee.
Like, I'm going to tell you this: I'm not a body language person, but the only time she smiles is when she says something, and she knows that there's a bit of irony there. Like, these people are this, and then she kind of smiles like kind of like a sarcastic, almost like a cynical. It's a cynical type of smile or laugh reaction that she has when she's saying stuff.
Is your friend with? I think this was the point you made before, but also this role models, these human beings you really look up to because of their what they're doing, because of their selfless service.
These are the people that she looks up to. How deluded do you gotta be? How deluded do you gotta be?
Because of their humility, because of their happy eyes, and you wondering, why do they have
Do you even know who this guy is?
So happy eyes. What they did in their lives that they have such an effulgence and
they don't look effulgent to me. Are we looking at the same people? Are you sure we're looking at the same people?
Yeah, you want to learn from them how to be happy, and there are some.
Well, you need to go back because you don't look happy to me. You just don't look happy. I have heard one ISKCON fellow telling morality has no place. Right, because we don't know what's moral. That only Krishna knows. And it's whatever Krishna says. If Krishna steals butter, then stealing butter is moral. If Krishna steals the clothes of the gopis, then that's okay. It's whatever. If Prabhupada marries an 11-year-old girl when he's 22, then that's okay. It's whatever they want. It's whatever they want. How can you be happy in Mayapur? Kids are going to Gurukul while Bhakti-Vidyapurna was presiding and being excommunicated while these two were there. No happiness. This is totally propaganda. This is full-on propaganda because Krishna is beyond all morality, which is to say they can't derive moral values from him. Right. He steals butter, and that's good. And he steals the gopi's clothes, and that's good. And he has sex with a hunchback, and that's good. And he kidnaps Rukmini, and that's good. And he has sex with all the gopis, and that's good. I feel the same way. That's how I feel. I feel like she's lying to herself, like she knows. I feel like deep inside she knows that everything she's saying is a lie. I feel like everything she's saying is a lie except maybe the part about she liked the stories. I think she likes the stories. I believe that. I believe she's lying to herself, and that's why she looks sad, because she knows none of this is true, and he does too. He doesn't look happy either. And if they are in separate bedrooms and going solo because of self-regulation just to keep the sick marriage rules of Prabhupada, there is guilt and mental depression. I believe that, I don't even know what that's like, to tell you the truth, man. I don't I don't even know. I wasn't married. I didn't even have, I had relationships, but not with any devotee women. So I don't even know what that would be like. I knew it would be hell. I didn't even want it. Seriously. I knew that if I got involved with a devotee woman, I didn't want one. First of all, they all had gurus. So I'm not. That was the number one thing. Was I was a Ritvik, and there were no women in our Ritvik group. None. There was one, Bhakta Jim's wife. That was it. Other than that, and Rupa Manjari, and Bhakta Jim's wife. That was it. I think they were initiated by Kadamba Kanana, the only disciple of Jayadvaita. Here is your prom. Look at them. Jay is just as sad as she is, but he has lots of money. Yeah. It sounds like a miserable marriage. They just don't look happy. They just don't look happy to me. And I that's
Also many. I mean, when you think about
this, they're supposed to be telling, this is a video about 10 reasons why we love being Hare Krishnas. And they look depressed. They don't look like they love being Hare Krishnas. They look like this looks like a hostage video. Make a video that you can send home telling everybody that you're happy. And they're like, okay, we're happy because I like stories. And we're happy because everybody is really cool and they're fun to be around. That's what this is like. It's like a hostage video. To tell people that you're not being held against your will. Okay.
there are really a lot of persons in this Hare Krishna movement where I really look up to and where I really want to have or develop some of their very good qualities.
เด็ก10 ล้านคนคือจำนวนของเด็ก
So
ๆที่กำลังเผชิญกับ
deluded.
โรคขาดสารอาหารรุนแรงเฉียบพลัน
Reason number 7.
Oh, he's only number 7.
This leads us from good association, from role models to this person, why we actually, all of us, got to know this Hare Krishna movement and why we're actually here, and this is Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, he was the one who started this movement in the Western countries. He went in the 60s, he went to New York, to America, and started this movement.
Tell us about his married life. Tell us about his wife and kids. Why you just jump right to, Srila Prabhupada? He was born in 1899, and then in 1966 he came to America. Well, let's hear about what happened between the time he was born and the time he walked off that boat. Let's hear about that. Do you know what happened when in that time?
And he was the one who translated all the books and started preaching and gave us this movement, gave us the Hare Krishna.
Do you know he was a failed chemist? You know that he failed at everything? He failed as a chemist, he failed as a pharmacy manager, he failed at his own little thing that he was doing with his toothpaste that rotted people's teeth and his liniment stuff that didn't do shit. And then he published a magazine. He was about as good a magazine publisher as I was. I published three editions of a newspaper of a tabloid, and Prabhupada did 4. So he was a little bit better than me, okay? And I was a failure, and he was a failure. So this is the guy. And then when he was 22, he married an 11-year-old girl. This is who you decided to devote your life to? I mean, I understand. I was there. I devoted my life to the guy at one point.
Krishna mantra and the whole philosophy. So we're very grateful and thankful to him that we got the chance. Without him, we wouldn't have the chance to even.
Without him, I wouldn't have the chance to marry my daughter off at the age of 12 to some grown man. Prabhupada taught me that that's okay. because, that's morally acceptable in the Vedic culture. Prabhupada taught me to fake it till I Vedic.
Got in touch with this Hare Krishna movement, so with him everything started. Srila Prabhupada.
Reason number 8, holy name, kirtan. Everyone, I think, who really tried before to sit seriously.
I love kirtan because that's when they separate me from my husband and we don't get to be together. He gets to go up in front of the deities. I got to hang back. And they keep us away. So, but even my son, my husband and my son can go dance in front of the deities, but they keep me in the back or to the side. We don't get to do that because, men and women, that's Maya. So, but that's what I really like about it. I like the sexism during kirtan. The sexism during kirtan is really what I like. Living like brother and sister when you're young and super sexually healthy. I know. But it's so, it's insane. I don't even want to think of the children that have to grow up in this environment where the parents are sexually repressed. They're probably like frustrated all the time, trying to be devotional, going overboard with their purity and all of that. It's not a healthy environment. And I'm going to say it. This is not a healthy environment. It's not mentally healthy. None of this. There's nothing about it that's mentally healthy. In videos with their kids, they travel and talk about places to eat, wishy-washy crap, all guilty for participating in this cult and consciously hiding the real crimes of ISKCON. I agree. And I'm going to tell you, Rafael and everybody, if you have kids and you're in this movement, I was guilty too. I'm guilty too. If you're an adult parent in this Krishna consciousness crap, it's your duty to know about these gurus. It's your duty to know the history of your temple. It's your duty of you to investigate about who you're bringing your kids around. It's your duty to know the history of Mayapur, the history of Vrindavan, the history of these temples, the history of these gurus, the history of Robin George and how they move that girl around, the history of all this stuff. If you're a parent, you're responsible to know. But they don't know. They stick their kids in this goddamn school and they go off to do this shit.
In a kirtan and chant the holy.
That's what they do. And they don't know. And the kids are getting abused and neglected and all of that shit. These parents, they should know. And once they know, their kids should have nothing to do with it. And the fact that if you know all this shit about this school and these people and this cult and the lawsuits and all the torture and sexual and all of this stuff, and you know about it, and you bring your kids into it and put your kids in this school and make your kids worship these gurus and all of this stuff, you're something wrong with you. Just like the LAPD was asking me, like, what are you doing hanging around down here with these people? I'm one of them. They're like, you're one of them. They're like, do you know these people? I was like, yeah, I know these people. There's the temple presidents over there, and there's a lady who runs the school, and I didn't know. I knew that there was problems in the school, but I figured my daughter was safe in the day school. I figured she was safe being 2 buildings over from me, but even the LAPD knew. It was like, what are you doing? Prabhupada was a horny tobacco snuff-snorting college kid. He was in college. He was 22. He was in college. He met his guru or whatever. got brainwashed into this cult, started believing all this shit, started believing that he didn't need to be married, that he could just dump his wife off, that he could go be a super Hindu and write these books and become a guru, and he'd be Gorahari or Gorahuru or Bhaktivedanta, and he would just...
I'm just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
It's exactly what he did.
Name has some experience. I think something happened in the heart. At least it happened in my heart a lot of times when I really tried to sit very seriously in the kirtan and chant the holy names. It gave me a happiness, which I cannot.
Which I'm convincing myself is real, because it's really just emperor's new clothes. Everybody says that they're feeling it, so if I don't feel it, then something's wrong with me. So I got to go along with it. I got to fake it till I Vedic, and I got to pretend like I'm really enjoying this chanting, which is just really just taking up 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours of my day, maybe 5 hours of my day, because I get up in the morning, I chant in the morning, and then I chant my rounds, and I go to the temple, and then I do this, and I go back, and I go to kirtan in the evening, and it's just a lot of this chanting, and I got to be feeling it. I mean, if I'm not feeling it, then, I'm going to just say I'm feeling it like hot foot. I'm going to say I'm feeling it like hot foot.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay.
Prabhupada is the evil founder of the cult. He created the scam cult and taught everything by example. He taught everything by example. He says in his book, I'm teaching you by example. If there's anything you need to learn, if there's anything you don't understand, is read my books. He says it over and over. These two, man. They do. They want to rebrand their dirty cult with social media. Yeah, they try so hard to rebrand with Hridayananda wants to, well, if we take off our dhotis, nobody will know we're Hare Krishnas, and we can trick more people. Because if we shave our heads and we're dressed like Hare Krishnas, we can't fool them. So I'm better off trying to fool people by just wearing regular clothes. And I got my flunky, and I gave him my polo shirt, so now he worships that like it's God, and now he's on a mission to get everybody to stop dressing up and cosplaying. So now we're just cosplaying without the cos. So now we're just playing. Now we're just playing. LAPD was right. What the fuck were we all doing with these people? Absolutely, man. And when they asked me like that, it hit me. It was like, because they said, what are you doing? What are you doing down here? What do you do with them? Why are you doing this? And I was like, well, I'm my daughter, and then they were like, oh, okay, well, and then they kind of, when they realized that I was one of them, because I wasn't in a dhoti and everything yet. I wasn't shaved. I was just like, I was getting there, but I wasn't there yet. So they were just looking at me like I was like some guy, right? Like I was a normal guy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with these people? But yeah, they were right. They were like, what are you doing with these people? What are you doing? The civil authorities are like, no, I don't think so. No, they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't, because no, they don't. I don't think so. Yeah, they have a ceremony. I mean, they'll have a ceremony. They'll have a ceremony at the temple. They'll do like a Vedic thing, but that's not real. That's just it's not real.
compare, and it's something I would like to perfect more and to experience more, and holy name. What can I say more to the holy name?
It's a lot of fun.
It's fun, yes.
It's just fun to chant Hare Krishna in association with devotees and chant kirtan and chant in front of the deities. It's just wonderful, and you get immediately experience that this is something wonderful.
Yay!
Okay, the reason number 9 is when you practice for some time, or when you start spiritual path in general, I think, and especially when I joined the Hare Krishna movement, you're getting a lot of realizations. You start chanting, you start practicing spiritual life, you maybe live in a temple or live with the family. And
are the realizations in the room with us right now? Are the realizations in the room with us right now? Okay, absolutely.
Live a more religious life, and then you more and more realize that there is actually, there's truth in all what is written in the scriptures, that there is a God who is guiding us, there is God who is providing for us and making arrangements, and you get more and more realizations about yourself and about your relationship with God. And I think this is one reason why you stick to the process.
What is the realization? What is the realization that you've had? Well, I realized that I'm a servant of God. Well, how did you have that realization? What happened? I was chanting. Okay, so you were chanting like all the other times that you were chanting, and then all of a sudden you just had this real, what was it like? Well, like what happened? I don't know. It was like I had a realization. I had a realization that I'm really this guy, and God is real, and but what is the real? I mean, because let's say I already know that. What's the realization? What happened? You say I had a realization. Well, what? What happened? What did you do? What happened to you? Well, I thought something. What did you think? I thought that I realized that I'm just a guy and God is God. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Oh, okay. So you had a realization. Oh, why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so? Well, why didn't you say so? Justice for little girls. Yeah, it's a realization. It's something that you can't explain, so you don't really have to feel it. It's meaningless. It's a realization. It's just something in your head that you think. So whether you think it or you fake it, or it doesn't matter. That's like my dad said. What difference does it make? It makes no difference. I can say I'm a guru whether I had a realization or not. It doesn't matter. I can just dream it. I can be a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I am
just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
And experience joy and just like to be part of it, because it makes sense, and
it makes sense.
You get a lot of realizations.
It makes sense, and realizations. You get a lot of realizations. You know what I mean?
Haven't exercised in years.
Those realizations I was trying to explain that I couldn't explain.
Reason number 10.
The goal.
The goal.
To be a 12-year-old girl.
I like the goal, how it is described in the scriptures, where this spiritual process we follow, where does it leads us? And this is that we can.
It leads you right there to a kind of a homoerotic spiritual circle jerk with a bunch of men dancing around with each other, with their hands on each other, dancing around, worshiping a homosexual Bengali from the 16th century. That's where it all leads to. That's really where it's leading
have
to.
A personal, individual relationship with God.
And of course, you got to keep them separated. We always have to keep them separated. You got to keep them those dirty, unclean women, no panty wearing women over there on the side. You women without panties on, you stay over there, and you leave the fun to the men, because that's really what it's all about. It's all about being a man in this cult. It's all about being a man. Nothing worse than a horny celibate husband or wife. The realization is that I've been screwed in all the wrong ways, but the best way. I know. Can you imagine that? Man, that's the realization. That's the realization you don't want to have.
And we can read in the scripture.
Oh, more future wives. There they are, the future wives. Those poor girls. Those poor girls. Those poor girls, man.
Just about other individuals who have already this relationship, and it is described just very wonderful. And I like to work on my relationship with God, and
I want to work on my relationship with this mythical fairy tale character that doesn't exist, so I can just pretend that I'm loving someone, because I don't love my husband and I don't love my kids, because that's attachment. That's Maya. So I'm going to put all my love into this mythological character who's not real. And well, there's a statue of him. There's a statue over there, and I can love that. I'll just spend my life loving this imaginary character that's in that statue, and that'll be my whole life. I'm just going to do that.
I'm really. It's a happy path. It's a happy path.
I'm happy. Look at me. Don't I look happy? Come on, I look happy, right? I mean, it's happy, and my husband looks happy too. Now, don't tell me we're not happy. We are happy. They look sad already. They're the two saddest people. There's the two saddest people on the internet. There's the two saddest people on the internet, man. I am not joking. They look so sad. I know, ladies without panties stay in the back, men in diapers in the front. I know, transcendental bliss. I know, that is some weird fetish. You know, women with no panties in the back, men in diapers up front. Okay, yeah, it's too funny. Oh, we're almost done with these two.
To Krishna. So these were our 10 reasons why we love to be in the Hare Krishna movement.
Probably
Look, we can finally smile because this is over. It's over. I know. It's over. We can finally smile because making this hostage video I had to really rack my brain to try to tell you why I like this.
Can mention many more reasons.
Prasadam.
Prasadam.
For example, it's the overall.
That's the actual reason. We love prasadam. That is why we're here. But today we have a special guest.
Yeah, special guest.
Special guest is here. Come here.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's a child. Okay, I'm gonna say let's bring our kid and say, let's exploit our kid for the purpose of this cult, because there's nothing there's nothing we want to do more than promote a pedophile cult, then bring our kid into the equation.
Special guest, and tell us what your reason why you would like to be Hare Krishna. Come.
Yes, it's a child bride, just as we thought. We knew they were going to bring their child in. Let's exploit this child and use her, because, you know, there's nothing like using women and children for this cult. Be a prop and tell the people why you like Hare Krishna.
So, why you like to be a Hare Krishna?
I don't like being a Hare Krishna. I really don't. It's I'm not. You know what? I'm not really. Do I have to be honest?
I like the prasadam.
I like prasadam. That's about it. I like prasadam. I don't like anything else. I really don't. The guys are creepy. The guys are creepy. The guru, that Indra Yamuna Swami, I don't like when he touches me, and I don't like when the temple president touches me, and I don't like when anybody's touching me.
The prasadam also. Huh? What's your favorite prasadam? Pasta prasadam. Okay, thank you very much.
That poor kid. I it's really sad. It like I said, I always get sad when they bring their kids into it. When the kids are involved in the videos, the kids are involved in anything. It just makes me sad, because that little girl has got no future. She's got no future in this cult. This little girl's got no future in this cult. How many rounds does one need to chant before giggity giggity? I don't know. You know, you got to chant at least 12 at 16. You got to chant at least 16 to get here.
All right.
And then if you chant some extra rounds, you can get to this.
Let's have sex.
So there's levels. There's levels to it. Yeah, you get 64 rounds, and then you can.
Let's have sex.
Yeah, crazy fairy tales, man. Poor kids, the poor kids, everything, man. It's child exploitation, and they don't even know it, and they don't realize it, and the parents, you know, it's yeah. Well, you know, you can do those extra 5 if you really want to. If you really want to get into it, I guess you can do those extra 5. You tell your wife, you say, hey, I'm going to do an extra 5 rounds so you know what's coming, okay? You tell her, you say, hey, Davy Dossie, I'm doing extra 5. So you do extra 5, you know what that means. We're getting busy tonight. We're not just making babies tonight, okay? I'm doing an extra 5. So I do those extra 5. Yeah, 64. Yeah, but you do those extra 5. You just do those extra 5. You can get a little. Okay. Okay. What do we got here? Do we have some more? Do we have some more Yoko? Or some more Yoko? Oh, okay. Let's do.
There is a 5th dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition. And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
All right, the dimension of imagination. And I was looking, but I don't see you, Lochan. I was looking for you on Gorahari's thing. But I don't know where you are in here. I thought it'd be fun to see you on there. Let me see. Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it. I don't know where you are on here. I really wanted to share, but I don't know where you are. So I'll save that for next time, because that was a good one. You were on there, and you were on there talking to him, and I don't know what you were saying. So I wanted to see what it was. But let's see what we got here. I got some videos today that came in. Here we go. I don't know what this is.
Muy bien, una joven peruana ha denunciado a un joven, ha señalado en realidad a un misionero, Hare Krishna, de agresor sexual. pero a ella se suman también
It's Mariachi Maharaj.
que dicen haber sufrido o haber sido víctimas de tocamientos indebidos por parte del ciudadano alemán Ulrich Harlan. Ulrich Harlan, fundador de la misión Brinda de los Hare Krishna. Vamos a conocer más detalles de estos serios señalamientos en su contra.
There he is. Mariachi Maharaj. Improper touching. That's popular with these guys. That's with a lot of these guys with the improper touching. You know, like they can't keep their hands to themselves. You know, they just can't keep their hands to themselves. From one day ago, around what did you say about 1 hour and 50 minutes? Okay, let's see. We want to see Lochan actually. If I can get. Oh, there you are. Hey, there he is. Let's see what he's. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
You're brave. I know you're a brave guy. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. So, what do you think of our preaching? Well, just say.
Let me
what you
put
want.
my camera on, and then I'll say what I
Okay.
think of my preaching,
Okay.
of your preaching.
Yeah,
Yeah, so your preaching, your quote-unquote preaching, 100%. So let me say what I think.
Go
I
ahead.
think you guys are talking a whole bunch of bullshit out of your guys' ass. I think you guys are complete cult. I mean, laughing and crying. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. That was really funny, and you know that's good. That was good.
What the fuck are you guys on? Are you guys on drugs? Mental in the head. Mental in the head. You fucking goose.
That it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
No,
Yeah.
say some more. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Well, what?
What more is there to say?
So you touching little kids? Is that fine in ISKCON? Fine in your books?
What's that? What's that?
Touching little kids? Is that fine in your?
No, it's not fine. Matter of fact, I say the same thing about those gurus who do that. That's pedophile. That's a pedophile.
So
So
Prabhupada's also a pedophile. There we go.
Prabhupada had an arranged marriage in 1918.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, when did she fall pregnant? When did
His parents arranged the marriage, man. They went on. They had children. He
Okay,
lived
you know what?
life. He supported them.
So he's okay with. So Prabhupada, let's just get this straight. Okay, let's just get this straight. Let's just clarify this. Prabhupada had an arranged marriage. She was 11 years old. He was 22. He said, "Oh, they went on to have kids." Okay. Let's say she had her first child at 14. So that means Prabhupada had sex with her when she was 13 and he was 24. So what he's saying is it's okay for a 24-year-old man to impregnate a 13-year-old girl. He just said that it's okay. He doesn't have a problem with that. He's not going to say that that's wrong. That's Aviator Lochan. That's Aviator Lochan doing the hard work. That's Aviator Lochan. Okay, so yeah, this Balabhadra, I knew he was doing something. I didn't know he was doing that. Fallen ISKCON guru was asking his female disciples to show their breasts during darshan. See, I heard about him, and I heard he was a creepy old man, but I didn't know he was doing that. I didn't know, but that's great job, great, absolutely great job.
That. See, now we're discussing this right there, Lochan. This is a discussion.
Okay, I'm searching up rented. Okay.
It's good. We talk about this. Let's let the truth, whatever the deeper truth is.
So he's okay with a 20. Let's clarify. He's okay with a 24-year-old man having sex with a 13-year-old girl. The 11-year-old wife, he says, oh, but they had an arranged marriage, and they had, they had, well, she had kids at 14, so he had sex with her when she was 13, and he was 24. I mean, like the math, it's simple to do the math.
She was 14 years old when she gave birth.
Yeah.
Let that sink.
That was normal for those.
No, that was not normal.
It was normal. It was normal back then.
Here they go.
Read the history.
It was normal. My mom was my grandmother was like 15 when my mom was born to her. All right, so it was
that
pretty.
Is not normal.
It was normal
back then.
You may say it's not, but the history says it was. Which one are you gonna accept?
That is not normal. That was like less than 100 years. That was like 100 years ago.
He's from. He was.
See. At one point, they made a parallel of sexism. It was so fucking hilarious.
Yeah. 19. Okay, all right. 100 years ago.
1,000 years ago, sure, maybe that was normal, but 100 years ago, that is like recent. That's still quite recent.
No, 100 years ago, it was fairly normal in India.
But it wasn't normal in 1977. So in 1977, Prabhupada was said marry the 12-year-old to the 19-year-old. They don't want to. They don't bring that up.
It was normal, pretty normal.
And see what the age was, and when did government actually start mandating and
yeah.
Go check all those things.
It was after 60s, I think they mandated, right? Yeah. Before that, it wasn't.
Well, I asked ChatGPT on that.
So your point is because it didn't mandate it, it's completely good, 100%.
Yeah, it was a cultural thing back then, and then everybody used to do that. I mean, it's how
they had babies.
We used to do that. What's wrong with it? They can't accept that it's wrong. They just cannot accept that it's wrong. Well, if it wasn't wrong back then why is it wrong now? Why is it wrong now if it was okay back then? They say it's still okay now. This is bullshit.
Early, they had babies early. They would have menopause early too, because they would have ran out. Like they didn't have any contraceptives. They'd go kid after kid. That was their.
He's so full of shit. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Literally, my grandparents, kid after kid every year. They didn't have electricity. Or the only fun was no TVs, nothing. Man, what
is this Madhu Mangala the biggest idiot you've ever heard? Do you hear what he's saying? Do you hear what this guy is saying?
What do you do for having fun?
Oh, you are actually talking even in Europe, right? You remember the couple that they were what? They were 15.
Look at them, they're all agreeing. They're all like
60,
yeah.
They're both minors. They both.
Janaki married when she was 15 years old, and she was not a devotee then.
That's different between a 20-year-old marrying a 11-year-old.
But that's fucking 9 years difference. Are you for real? Can't you really see that?
Well, she's getting upset. She's getting upset because he's against child marriage. She's getting upset because he doesn't like child marriage.
So if someone
and they didn't live together until they were 14.
He says they didn't live together until they were 14. So 14 is okay. He says a 24-year-old man and a 14-year-old girl is okay. Well, then why is 12 bad? If 14 is okay, then why is 12 bad? These fucking pedophiles. I'm telling you, man, these people are disgusting. Every single one of them. Every single one of them will defend child marriage.
I dated a 15-year-old.
Yeah, the most important thing is they wouldn't live together until they were both.
No. Bullshit. Prabhupada's wife had a child at 14. He was 20. I just can't. I can't get over the whitewashing, the white super Hindu washing of this child marriage.
They were both.
She fell pregnant at 14 years old.
Because she was. How can somebody fall pregnant without hitting puberty, man? That's exactly what
As soon as the women start menstruating, they would be together.
This is the exact same talk.
I think you need to be taught biology lessons more than spiritual lessons, Lochan. You need biology lessons more than spiritual lessons. Have you reached puberty or not? When women start menstruating.
Now here we go. So, so here they're all so bloody sick. Yeah. Now he's gonna. So now this guy, this yawning man, is gonna. He's like, you don't understand biology. Us men, we have to marry young girls. Is insane. I mean, really, a psychologist has to watch this. Some psychologist somewhere has to watch this and analyze these people.
And they will be sent together to live as a family. Until then, they will be separated. They were married. And you know why they were also getting married is because these Arabs and these British...
You guys are just...
Wait, these Arabs...
Exactly. The dude defending crimes, having a little girl himself, is beyond disgusting. It's amazing how they will sit here and just talk about it like it's no big deal. It's okay if the difference is like between a 25-year-old and a 40-year-old, but not a kid. I know, it's just they just don't. The whole thing is fucking disgusting. The whole thing is friggin' disgusting. A bunch of freaks they are. They are they are a bunch of fucking freaks. They are a bunch of freaks.
These British would come and fuck all the women, and so
it's the British. It's the British fault. What is he talking? Why is he saying the British? Well, the British.
Avoiding if they saw, like they wear these marks. They would wear certain jewelry, which signifies a woman is married, and then these white guys would then leave them alone.
And also,
he's trying to say it's because of the British. It's because of the British. Well, I still want to know why Prabhupada told him to marry the 12-year-old to the 19-year-old in 1977. Why is he telling this man, 19-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl? It's a very good combination. There's no objection. Why? Why is he saying that in 1977? It wasn't 100 years ago. Prabhupada is okaying a 19-year-old man to marry a 12-year-old girl. In 1977, goddammit, not 1800, not 1900, not 1910, not 1920, not 1930, not 1940, not 1950. 1977. He's okaying child marriage. And these people want to talk about 100 years ago.
I mean, we come from the country, and if you can't buy that, then you are the one who's brainwashed.
History and biology lessons more than spiritual lessons.
You guys are literally defending pedophilia. You guys are literally defending
before you can judge Prabhupada, you need to take a 10th grade biology lesson and 10th grade history, and then
you are making
Don't blame Prabhupada. Who says don't blame Prabhupada? Man, all we do here is blame Prabhupada. We blame Prabhupada for everything here. You gotta get with the program, man. We're blaming Prabhupada for being the pedophile he is. Prabhupada had an 11-year-old wife when he was 22. Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again for all the people in the back didn't get to see it. So Prabhupada says here, there is no objection. 19-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl. It's a very good combination. Prabhupada says, yeah, I was married. I had an 11-year-old wife. My wife, no objection. Prabhupada says right here, there's no objection. I married. My wife was 11 years old. These people are disgusting. Every single one of them. And I'm going to stand by it. I don't care if it's Gaurahari. I don't care if it's Indra Yumna. I don't care if it's this Charles Santros. I don't care who it is. They're pedophiles. If you can't say that Prabhupada was wrong for having an 11-year-old wife, if you can't say that Prabhupada was wrong for marrying a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977, well, fuck you. You're a fucking pedophile. It's it. Yeah. It's like they don't care. They don't care. They don't care if a woman is mentally ready, emotionally or mentally ready to have sex or get pregnant. They don't care. They're like, oh, is she menstruating? Oh, she's ready. Let's go. I don't give a fuck. Fuck these people. And fuck all of these people sitting there laughing and joking and think it's funny. This prick thinks it's funny. This guy, he thinks it's funny. Noodles over here trying to say it's not bad. Lolita over here like, yeah, this is what they do. All of them. Fuck them all. They're pieces of shit pedophiles. Anybody that they can't sit there and go, yeah, it's wrong. They just can't sit there and go, it's wrong. And these people took their faces off. They don't even want to be on there with them. Yeah, who do we blame? Who do we blame then? Exactly. He didn't have to marry anybody. He's supposed to be this pure God man, the pure devotee from the time he was born. He's pulling the chariot when he was 5. He's distributing books when he was 5. He's doing all this. He's 10 years old. He's got Jagannath deities. He's doing all this bullshit. And yet you want me to believe that he just had to be a pedophile. He just had to be a pedophile. Such a vile bunch of pedo nut jobs. Yeah, and I'm glad that the whole world can see it. I'm glad you went on there and the whole world can see these people defending pedophilia and child marriage. Just defending it. Saying it's good, it's right, it's everything. These people are sick. They are so sick. They are so fucking sick.
Where you can understand what Prabhupada is like.
Actually, Lochan, you're in a cult because you
you are the
you are in a cult. You are.
See, now he was telling him that he's in a cult. You're in a cult because they've got no other. He came to the realization. This idiot had a realization that they're spewing out this bullshit and they can't defend it. So now he says, "Oh, you're against pedophilia? Well, then you must be in a cult." He says, "You must be in a cult."
In a cult. You really are. I'll tell you, you are in a cult because any sane person who would listen to what we're talking about will see this is more reasonable, more intelligent, more logical.
Absolutely.
What are you thinking in a
We're not
faith
saying
God is reasonable?
Wait, we're not saying
believing in Prabhupada's.
So there, that right there takes the cake. He says that any sane, normal person listening to this conversation would agree with them, would agree with what they're saying. Yes, and when he was done with his first, he said, "I didn't like my wife. I wanted another one." Yeah, he's not twisting anything. He's not twisting anything. He's just trying to deflect He's just trying to deflect. He's not twisting because there's nothing to twist. They defend pedophilia. He defended it with me. He's defending it with Lochan. They defend it. Yeah, you can't do that, man. You come in here and act like a devotee, we're going to treat you like a devotee. And I don't mean to be mean, but if you come in here with the Jai Prabhupada and the Hare Krishna and you do that stuff, we're going to treat you like you're a Hare Krishna. And I don't mean to be mean, but that's just the way it is, man. I mean, you got to get with the program. You got to get with the program. And I'm sorry. That's it. I'm not trying to be mean. But if you come in and you put Jai Prabhupada and Hare Krishna and we don't, what are we supposed to think? I'm seriously. I don't know what. And I don't mean to give you a hard time, but I was ready to kick you out. Seriously, I saw what you posted. I was ready to kick you out. So I'm just. Yeah. You did good. I mean, you're doing really good. I can't take it. It rattles my cage to listen to this bullshit. It just does. It really does.
The word is reasonable.
You have been brainwashed by Mike.
I'm brainwashing you guys. I'm brainwashing you guys. I'm brainwashing you. That's why I'm saying if any of you guys go online and start singing about me and singing about how great I am, I'm shutting this shit down. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. This is his defense. His defense is, I know you are, but what am I? His defense is, I'm rubber and you're glue, and whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. That's his defense. And so we're in the cult of anti-pedophiles.
We can
not being brainwashed by
deprogram
anyone.
you. You need some deprogramming. We
Yes,
can do
guys,
it.
You need some deprogramming.
You can come every day here, even if
come
it's
every day.
You come here every day and you can become a pedophile like us. You can. Wait, what? You are creating blasphemy against a pure devotee, dude. Don't be this. Dude, fuck off, man. You know what? You can take your pure devotee shit and you can shove it up Prabhupada's ass. And then you can take Prabhupada and you can shove him up Bhaktisiddhanta's ass. And then you can take Bhaktisiddhanta with Prabhupada up Bhaktisiddhanta's ass. And you can shove him right up your ass, too. You can shove it right up your ass. That's what I say. That's what I say. Shove him right up your ass. Yeah, I don't know who's a troll and who's not. Yeah, he worships Prabhupada, so he worships Prabhupada, so that makes him a pedophile worshiper. I know, you'd fuck Mike. I'm just here for the prashadam. I know. Hari Das Yogi. Hari Das Yogi is a Agora Hari dreamer. Hari Das Yogi is a dreamer.
I'm just a dreamer, but you are just a dream.
We're dreaming over here. We're just here for the good rice. Only good rice, man. All we have is good rice. We don't have any of that bad rice. We got it. That looks like some good. Is that good? That's good rice. Okay, we're here for the good rice. Yeah. Oh, what a knucklehead.
That's it. Deprogram
You
yourself,
all need to
man.
be put into a mental institution
Wait,
and need to be, need to be checked on
Good
daily.
luck with that. Go ahead. Good luck with that. Go ahead.
This is a stupid conversation. One can give the best argument in the world.
This guy. So now
he only needs to say, "No, you are wrong."
Well, it's so funny how they take such a black and white issues like as child marriage and pedophilia, marrying an 11-year-old girl to a 22-year-old man. Everybody in their right mind knows that's wrong. Everybody knows that's wrong, and they will take that and they will defend that. There's not one person here that was brought up except for the Noodles and Madhu Mangala. Fernando, his mother wasn't married at 11 years old, and Lalita wasn't married at 11 years old, and Janaki wasn't married at 11 years old, and Gaurahari, he didn't marry at 11. His mother didn't. His mother was not married at 11 years old. In fact, Madhu Mangala's mother wasn't married at 11 years old. He said his grandmother. He didn't say his mother. He said his grandmother. Noodles wasn't married at 11 years old. None of these people experienced child marriage in their lives. None of these people experienced child marriage in their life. But they're going to sit here and defend it and say that it's right and say that it's Vedic and saying that it's good and that we are nuts. That we are nuts. They learned this child marriage from Prabhupada's books. Where else did they get this idea? Janaki wasn't married at 11. Her mother wasn't married at 11. Her grandmother wasn't married at 11. So why does she think it's okay? Where did she get that idea from? She was brainwashed to believe that. Where did Lalita get that idea from? Lalita wasn't married at 11 years old. Her mother wasn't married at 11 years old. Her grandmother wasn't married at 11 years old. Where did she get that idea? Why is she so adamant that it's okay when her mother wasn't married at 11 and her grandmother and Fernando's mother wasn't married at 11 years old? So why does he think it's okay to marry an 11-year-old girl? Where did he get that idea? These people are actually brainwashed. These people have actually been brainwashed because their thinking has been switched over. Child marriage was Vedic custom of our land. Okay. All right, Hari Dasi. So why is Prabhupada saying to marry a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977? Will you answer that question? In 1977, Prabhupada is saying to marry this 19-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl, it's a very good combination. He's saying that it's okay to marry him. He says there's no objection. He says right here, there's no objection. I was married. Otherwise, there is no objection. I'm married. My wife was 11 years old. So, Hari Das Yogi, tell me why Prabhupada is marrying a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977. Okay? If it was the custom of your land back 100 years ago, why is Prabhupada doing it in ISKCON in 1977? See, your bullshit doesn't fly with me because I know the truth. See, I actually know the truth. I don't just listen to your fucking dreaming guru and yawning man. So tell me, Hari Das, your wife, did you marry an 11-year-old girl? Was your mom married at 11? You tell me. Just tell me. Oh, so you think that, so you believe in it. So he says right here, so look at this, Hari Das. He says, Western women need to be married at 11 because if they're not married at 11, they become sluts and whores. That's what he's saying. That's what he thinks. So is Hari Das going to explain why Prabhupada is marrying a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977? Are you going to explain that? Are you going to explain that why? It was against the law. It wasn't legal. It wasn't legal in 1977. So why is Prabhupada breaking the law in 1977 and telling Radha Vallabha to break the law and marry that 12-year-old girl to that 19-year-old man? Why is Prabhupada breaking the law and authorizing an illegal child marriage? Why? Tell me why. Why is he doing that? Because you guys don't care. Because you don't give a shit. You like your child marriage. You like your child brides. You like your Prabhupada had an 11-year-old wife. You're proud of it. You're proud of your friggin' child marriage. And you don't care. And you want it for all of ISKCON. And it just proves my point. Every time they come in here and they defend this, it proves my point that ISKCON is a pedophile cult. It's a pedophile cult. They groom their children. They groom their children to be wives. Look at them. They can't stop defending it. They all do. They want their little girls to be wives at 11 and 12 years old. They think it's Vedic. They think it's right. They think it's the way to go. And look, this guy, this Haridas won't answer. He won't come in here and say why Prabhupada did it in 1977. He won't do it. They don't want little girls playing with toys and dolls. They want little girls to be pregnant. Prabhupada was trying to have sex with his 11-year-old wife. He said, I took her hand, and over time she learned to stop crying. When I took her hand, she started crying. But over time, after I raped her a few times, she stopped crying. The fucking disgusting piece of shit. They're not even developed at that age. They're not developed at that age. It's some weird homoerotic, I'm going to have sex with an underage girl that looks like a little boy. It's fucking disgusting. Exactly. Primitive jungle psychology. It is. It's caveman shit. It's knock them over the head, drag them back to the cave, and have sex with them. It's fucking disgusting. And these people won't defend it. The guy came in, he wanted to say a lot of shit about how I was being offensive. Well, fuck him. I don't care. Ain't nothing more offensive and more disgusting than child marriage and pedophilia, but you're going to fucking call me out and yell at me about I'm something. Meanwhile, these guys are over here laughing and joking about child marriage. Just laughing and joking about it. Just laughing and joking. Oh, it's the funniest fucking thing ever.
There's no dialogue here.
The funniest thing ever.
Whatever you say, you can speak hours, days, and days and days.
He's brainwashed to think. He's saying that Lochan is brainwashed to think that child marriage is wrong. That's brainwashing. That child marriage is actually okay. And that all of us that think it's wrong, there's something wrong with us. Isn't that sick? You can't tell me these people aren't sick. Caveman mentality, I know. And this guy's got nothing to say. He's going to come in here and mouth off like he's some super white Hindu bullshit. Oh, you're being offensive. You're offending a pure... What pure devotee? I don't see no pure devotee. The fuck is that? You mean a man who has sex with a little girl and that he becomes a pure devotee in your eyes? You fucking freaks. Fucking freaks, man. All of them. I say all of them. I say all of them. I mean all of them. Look, he's back again. He's back again. Didn't answer the question. Didn't answer when we're trained to practice. So, okay, I'm going to say it again. You fucking asshole. Why did Prabhupada marry a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977? We're not talking about years ago. We're not talking about 100 years ago. We're not talking about 500 years ago. We're talking about 1977. So tell me, in 1977, why was Prabhupada arranging an illegal underage marriage? Why? Why? Well, see, that's your bullshit. Who says that a man can't enjoy sex? Who says that? What? Your failed chemist? Your failed chemist pedophile who had sex with an 11-year-old girl? He says that you're not supposed to enjoy sex? The guy who had sex with an 11-year-old girl and enjoyed it? That man is telling you not to have sex? Fuck you. Hey, fucking, these people are brainwashed idiots, man. They're fucking brainwashed idiots. Brainwashed fucking idiots. I know. They can't get together and chant and say that child marriage is wrong. They can't get together and chant and worship the Lord. And if somebody says, hey, is child marriage wrong? They can't go, yeah, it's wrong. And just go back to chanting. And go back to chanting and worshiping Lord Chaitanya. They can't do that. You can't say, hey, was Prabhupada wrong to marry a 12-year-old girl to a 19-year-old man in 1977? They can't just say, yeah, that was wrong, and go back to their chanting. They can't do it. The pedophilia goes with the chanting. They can't chant and worship God without being a pedophile. That is part of it. It's part of it. You see? And even this fuck who's not even part of ISKCON, he can't even escape the pedophilia. He can't even escape the pedophilia. He doesn't do anything that ISKCON does, but he does follow the pedophilia. He does follow that. You don't have to chant the mantra. You don't have to chant so many times. You don't have to follow the rules. You don't have to do anything. But you have to be a pedophile. If you're not a pedophile and you're not down with it, then you're brainwashed by Mike. That's what he thinks. He thinks that being against pedophilia, he thinks that people have to be brainwashed to be against pedophilia. Like, people aren't just against child marriage on its own. I have to influence them. Like, it takes me. It takes me to do that. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. The reasoning is beyond belief. It is amazing. I know. According to these pedos, they said they were having sex with children because they were bored and didn't have internet, electricity, or TV. Hey, we were having sex with kids. I mean, what did you want us to do? We didn't have nothing else. There was nothing else to do. We're in India. It's India. You know, it's 1600s. You know, what else is there to do except, you know, rape some kids? I guess. I don't know. I know. And they don't understand why we don't want it. They don't understand why we don't want to be Hare Krishnas. They don't understand why we're speaking out. They don't understand why I'm doing a stream about dangerous cults just because they want to have sex with little girls. They can't understand. What's the big deal? Why is Mike so upset? Just because they defend it every chance they get. It is amazing. It's amazing. We can't relate to defending crimes. We just can't. It's not in us. It's not in us to defend. It's not. Isn't that crazy? I know, it's insane. Can you believe we're even having this discussion? It's the reason. I'm blown away. Offensive to who? Pedos? Yeah, I know. I don't care. I know. This is insane. Queen, I'm so glad you're still here. I mean, because you're like, if only I had known this stuff. I know, Charles. Me too. It took me 20 years to figure it out. It took me like 18 and a half years. And then it took me a year and a half to finally leave. So it took me 18 and a half years to figure it out. I agree with you. It took a long time. because of all the manipulation. That's what I'm saying. The manipulation, the coercion, the manipulation, all of it. Yes, you're being lied to. And then they want to say, so you came to your senses after 20 years? Yeah, because you've been lying to me. You've been lying to me, manipulating me, emotional blackmail, all of that shit. Yeah, it's a cult. That's how cults work. What? Oh, you're surprised that it works? You're surprised that it works? Yeah, we know. It's a cult. It works. We know. It's crazy. Yeah, I did too. I took childhood psychology, childhood development, and psychology. I took one class, and I remember Piaget. I remember that. I remember Piaget and the psychological development of children. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to see that, because Queen, you don't have anything to do with Hare Krishna. You're never in it. You learned about it, but but you get to see it in action, and that was good. Is you actually get to see it in action, and I think you're getting a really good, it brings it. I think it brings it to life. Abnormal psychology. Okay, that's good. Yeah, before I joined, I was going to Santa Monica College. I had plans. And I took child psychology development, or whatever, childhood development psychology, and then a couple other classes, and then I couldn't take it. I couldn't work a full-time job, be a single father, and go to school. I had to give up one of them. I had to give up one of them. Yeah, I probably should take that class. I should probably take that class. But I was not expecting them to get into the whole defending pedophilia. I do know I did see where he was trying to say that I'm a cult leader and what fucking bullshit. Which is really what do they call that? Projection? Because he knows he's got these people worshiping him. He knows they go around and they worship him and they talk about how great he is, and this knucklehead gets on. She gets on there and she sings about him and sings about how great he is and my guru Dave and all of that. Absolute insanity. Okay, it's absolute insanity. Hey, so Duke of Squirrels. So you're a nurse, yeah. So that's. But you were a Hare Krishna, so you already know. I mean, you already know the craziness. But yeah, it is it is crazy. But did I get to use this one?
I can't take anymore.
I can't take anymore.
I've had it with you.
That's gonna be my ending clip.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
All right, everybody, that's gonna be it for today, man. That was a lot of fun. And Aviator Lochan, it was really good, man. I gotta hand it to you. I gotta hand it to you. Yeah, Haridas is they're lost. I mean, how lost do you have to be to get on the internet and defend child marriage, defend pedophilia? I mean, right on the internet. Just get it right on there and say, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. That 11-year-old girls, 12-year-old girls. I mean, you really have to be lost morally and ethically and just as a person. I mean, you really have to be lost as a person. You have to have like no moral compass to think that marrying a 12-year-old girl to a grown man is a noble thing to do. You were Bhakta for 2 months only. I thought, okay. Okay, I thought you were in for. I thought you did some time. I thought you did some hard time. That's yeah. I thought you did some hard time. Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for joining in today. It's so much fun. I really enjoy this so much. It's therapy. It's therapy for me, and I'm glad we were all able to get together. And I want to thank Queen of Karma and Duke of Squirrels and AJ and Joe Lynn, and I want to thank Howard Johnson, of course, and I want to thank and this guy Charles Santrobus 82. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I thought you were being. Yeah, I didn't know you were being sarcastic, man. I don't know. It's weird. And Tim, I want to thank Tim and Lochan and Rafal, and this Haridas is a pedophile. He can just go fuck off. But everybody else, Jenna Morton and everybody else, I want to thank you for everything. It's just so much fun. I just can't tell you. It's just great. I never thought. When I started doing that, I never thought it would become this much fun, and it really has. So I want to thank you all. Everybody have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. Everybody, yeah, take care, everybody. God bless. Have a great brunch. Everybody have some great luck. All you, please stay out of a cult and. Women didn't have rights. Yeah, I mean, yeah. they're all in. They're all in on the racism, the sexism. They're all in, man. They're all in on. And they defended sexism. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, most people don't know what they're joining until it's too late. Absolutely, you're absolutely Queen. Absolutely, Queen. Keep up the good work, man. Really, absolutely. Right? They don't say, "Hey, you want to join a cult?" They don't. And so, thanks to everybody. And so now, here is when you get to see me. When I was once a Hare Krishna. Where is this closing? Here we go. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
I can dance. Boom, boom, boom. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?